On this week's Talking with Topher, this is great. Like my thighs fit in like a glove. I mean, I can't lie. I have an ass now. It's wild. On the mats, you have to be mindful with your partner. And now let's get into episode 171. What is happening, TwT fans? It is so good to be back on this July 13th, 2023, and I'm so glad to have you all back here with me. It's July, the second week of July. This is crazy. I'm hoping everybody out there really enjoyed last week's guests. So much to get into today, but before I get into that, let me start off by saying thank you. Thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you to the new subscribers. You're what keeps me coming back here week after week. If you're new to the podcast, remember to subscribe. All right, remember to subscribe. It's the one thing I'm asking everybody to do. And then if you want to get more involved with the podcast, you want your opportunity to tell your story, maybe, just maybe, you want to be a guest on the podcast. You got to send an email, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. And then, of course, if you want to find everything TwT, all the social, all the platforms that this podcast is on, click this link tree, okay? Right here. It's in the description below the video. So go there and click it. Actually, you know what? Go there, copy it, share it. And now, with all that out of the way, what's happening, everybody? How are you doing out there, huh? My week has been going really well. Things have been picking up, and I'm loving my new job. I love it. I am doing so many things. It's crazy. I'm in the middle of a chip factory, bagging chips. The next day, I'm in a location, training new franchisees. The next day, I'm helping. I'm looking through construction to see how a new store is getting built. I mean, it is just never ending, and just always something new every single day. And so far, I've only had a couple days where I've made some plans and they completely and absolutely failed. But that's what happens. I mean, even in the retail industry, I was always told, you can make a plan for tomorrow. Just be prepared for it to not go the way you want it to. That's like the golden rule. And boy, oh boy. That's happened twice so far. We've just had a couple hiccups with a few things, but it's been awesome. It's been so much fun. So much fun. I love the difference in constantly running from place to place and meeting new people and just being in different positions every single day of the week. It is awesome. They said I was going to be wearing some hats on this job. I'm definitely wearing some hats. Maybe all the hats, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So super fun. Week has been good. Got a lot of stuff done. And now I'm here with all of you because it was funny to me. I was talking to my mom, and we were getting ready for something, and I was talking. Oh, that's right. My uncle passed, and so I was talking to her about how I could barely get my collar clipped. Yeah, barely get it clipped. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't close the top button right now. Trying to fold down the collar, and it was like crinkling up because it didn't want to fold. I used to be able to get like 4 fingers in my collar. Now I can barely get 2. Barely. But I could get 2 to fit. And I was like, holy crap. And then I put on my pants, and I didn't need a belt. And I was like, ooh, this is different. Always need a belt. Always. Now, I don't need a belt. It's wild. And my mom was like, what? You don't look fat. And I thanked her for that. I did. But I'm also like, well, I hope not. I mean, sure, I said I was gaining weight. But why does that always have to be looked at like you're getting fat, like a bad thing? See, this is the problem I have. I don't think anybody realizes, because of our society and the way things are, when people say that they are gaining weight, it shows, right? You get a gut, you get a fat face, you get boobies, little boobies. Some men have big boobies. Or maybe they're transitioning. Maybe. But so, and I'm like, no, I'm not getting fat. I'm bulking up. I'm eating regularly. I'm eating good food. I'm working out. I'm doing jujitsu 3 times a week. I am a very active person. So if this was turning into fat, I'd actually be worried. I'd probably stop eating again, is what I would do. But luckily, I've tricked my brain into realizing that this is okay. This is something that I need to do, and we're going to get through this. And I know you look a little pudgy in areas that you're not used to seeing pudge, but it's going to turn into muscle. We just got to keep working out. We got to keep lifting weights. We got to keep squatting. We got to keep lifting. We got to keep ourselves on the mat. And I fucking hope I don't lose power. Shit. Stop it. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope I don't lose power, though. Maybe I should shut off the AC. But then it's going to get real fucking hot in here. Shit. But, yeah, so I wanted to, I don't know, I can't really talk about proper weight gain or the science behind it or what you should do. But what I can say is that if you are trying to gain weight and you're working out and you're doing good things and you're eating good food and putting good fats into your body and just doing what you should be doing and not following the American diet. That is what we should all not be doing. We should not be following the American diet at all, ever. It's absolutely horrible. It was set up for the industries to make money. It was set up to make fat, unhealthy people that needed to have pills and be put in care, and basically the medical industry and the food industry are working together to keep us all sick. And that is become normalized. So much that when I bring up the fact that I am gaining weight and was having trouble fitting into my clothing, that's where everybody's mind goes. Well, you don't look fat. You don't look like you gained any weight. Bullshit, I don't. Bullshit, I don't. I know I do. I've seen the pictures. You can go back and watch. Hell, go back a year ago. Go back 2 years ago. I saw a video pop up recently of me getting off of a run, advertising the podcast, like I always do. And on top of that, I was super thin. I was like, whoa. I mean, you could see the cheekbones. You could see, I mean, it was just, I was like, man, I look sick. I didn't realize how sick I looked. And then I see myself today and I look healthy. I look good. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't. I mean, I may not look like a supermodel. I'm not gonna say I'm hot and sexy. I want to be hot and sexy. I do. I don't think I am, though. I don't even think I'm remotely close. But I'll give myself a New Hampshire 6. That's what my number is. I'm a New Hampshire 6. Now, how that translates any other state, I know I'm probably a 4 in California, right? That's a given. It's fine. I'm fine with that. But I'll be goddamn if I'm going to be fat. That's not acceptable. I don't care if I'm a 4, a 2, a 10. It doesn't matter. It's unacceptable. So when people are like, oh my God, like, where is it? You know, that's the problem with everything, that we think of fat as, we think of gaining weight as getting fat. And that has been embedded in all of us so much that now we don't think of weight gain as a positive, healthy thing. It's only a negative. But I'm trying to, talk to my mom about this. And I'm like, but why is it that we think this way? Why is it that you thought this way? But I realized everybody who is complaining about their weight, upset about how they're feeling, talking about dieting is painful. And I just realized, I went, oh yeah, shit. Everybody looks at weight gain as a negative and getting fat, and not as a positive, and not as a healthy thing, because of the Americanized diet and our health system. Like that is it a BMI chart, right? Your body mass something that the doctors go by, right? And if you are 5'6" and 194 pounds, you're overweight. Well, wait a minute. What if I'm working out all the time and I'm lifting weights and I'm building muscle, and now, according to your chart, I'm fat, right? I am 5'10", 162 pounds now. I'm up 30 from 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago now. And, I mean, I got some work to do, right? I got some work to do, but I put on some thickness. I put on some extra weight. But it's all healthy. But according to that stupid BMI chart, I'm getting very close to being obese. These systems that we have in place make no sense to me. They make no sense to me. None. I don't understand what we're talking about anymore. How is it that that can be right? It's so wrong. I think what we should be doing is looking at the person, asking about what they eat, asking what they do. How are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing? Like doctor to patient, individuals, and figuring it out from there. Because just because you're 5'6" or 5'10" or whatever the fucking height and weight is, whatever that happens to be, if you are physically fit, eating healthy, then that chart doesn't mean anything. But because of that chart, because of the medical system, I'm now getting close to fat, which is so far from the truth that it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But it felt really good to not have to wear a belt with my pants. That was incredible. It was incredible. I felt so amazing. I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like my thighs fit in like a glove. I mean, I can't lie. I have an ass now. It's wild. It's wild. And I can't just blame it on jiu-jitsu. I mean, I do squats all the time. all the time. I'm always squatting. Just body weight. Just body weight. Do I throw weights on there? Every now and then I do. You know? I've squatted my most, and it's not a lot. I'll be honest with you. My bench press is like 65 pounds. And I do it relatively easy. And I also do it extremely slow. I like that extremely. I like the lightweight and go extremely slow up and down until I start shaking. And then I just give it a little bit, and then I do it again, nice and slow. And I get, a little bit less. And I do it again until I can barely push up 65 pounds. It's amazing how you can tax yourself with little weight. So not only do I keep myself from injuring myself, but I'm also pushing my body way out of its comfort zone. So with the squat, I think the most I ever did with a squat was 110. And that's when I was like, I need to be lifting big weights. And I was like, and I tweaked my back in jiu-jitsu a couple weeks ago, probably about 4 or 5 now. And I couldn't do what I was doing. I couldn't squat what I was squatting. So I dropped the weight drastically. Well, 110 down to 65, right? So almost half. Under half. Because 55 would be half. But, so I was doing less weight, but I could squat. My back was allowing me to do that. And I was like, all right, well, if the back's going to allow it, then that's what we're going to do. And I'm just doing everything in my power. I just stayed mobile. I went to jiu-jitsu 3 days a week. Still with my back fucked up. And all I did is before we started rolling, I was like, my back's fucked up. And they go, oh, well, what do you want to do? And I go, roll as usual. We'll just roll. You get me in a position I can't handle, I'll take care of it. Don't worry, I'll tap. It's fine. I know what I'm capable of doing. So I wasn't 100%. I couldn't even give 60% for a couple weeks. But I went in there and I gave 40%. And the next week, I got to give 45%. The next week, got to give 50%. And as the 3 weeks passed, I'm finally in the position now where I'm basically 80% now. And that is a great feeling because I allowed the body to heal. I still got to train. I still got to lift weights and do all the exercises and everything else that I needed to do to build my muscle and make sure that the food that I'm putting in my system doesn't turn me into a fatty. Nobody wants to be a fatty. I don't believe anybody really wants to be fat. I just think it happens. And then they just don't know what to do because it's so much easier to put it on than to take it off. Nobody wants to work out because it's hard. You know what they say about hard shit? If it was easy, everybody would do it. I want to give a shout out to Winston George. I'm pretty sure after this point, he's already finished his 5-day water fast, but I just saw yesterday, because technically today is still June. Actually, it's June 24th. But he was on day 3 or 4 of his 5-day water fast. Where were you when I was doing mine? I wanted so many people to join me. I am so psyched and happy when I see people do this. He had his reasons for doing his 5-day water fast, but he still went through the 5-day water fast. And that's not easy, my man. That's not easy for anyone. That's why nobody's doing it. I don't do them anymore. Everybody knows. I did them twice a year for 6.5 years. So I did a total of 13 5-day water fasts, pretty much back to back. And I love it. I love seeing it. It is not easy. And it is very difficult. And it is a great, great way to discipline yourself. And I do believe that was one of the reasons why he was doing it. He said he cheated on his diet or whatever, and he was giving himself some discipline. I mean, trust me, brother. I know exactly where you're coming from. Those 5-day water fasts showed and proved to me that by not eating and not drinking alcohol and just drinking water for 5 days made it that much easier to stay away from alcohol. That was the main reason for that entire fast for me. I hated myself so much. I was like, you're not eating for 5 days. And then you're not going to drink for another 6 months. It worked. Now, I did stop doing them, and that's just because I have a lot going on right now. I'm going to get back into them, though. It is going to happen. It's just probably going to take a year or two. I want to get really good at my position. I want to get really good at what I'm doing, and I want to get really good weight on my body. That way, when I do the water fast, I don't completely demolish everything I've been working so hard on for the last 3 months to put on all this healthy weight and all this healthy muscle, and to finally be over 160 pounds. It's been a lot of work. It is not easy to do this for me. I get it. Some people can eat and they... Me, I don't. I burn everything. And if I don't put into my system what I need every single day, all day, and my body gets rid of it. You know, I'm tricking my metabolism right now because the metabolism doesn't go away. I'm just tricking it. I'm shifting its gears a little bit. I'm showing it we can hold on to these things. We're going to hold on to it, and when I need it, then you can burn it. And it's working. And everything that I've been listening to, Ben Greenfield, and I mean, he's probably my biggest one, but Ben Greenfield, a couple power lifters that I talked to. Of course, there's also some wrestlers like Matt from Smitty's Barn there. I mean, just amazing, amazing people. And they're helping me put on healthy, solid weight that isn't going to jeopardize my health. Because weight gain doesn't have to mean that you're getting fat. Weight gain does not have to be a bad thing. You know, it's just tricking the body. Tricking the body. Not being lazy, not sitting on your ass. As long as you're active and you're pushing weight, things will get better. And that goes for if somebody needs to lose weight. If you need to lose the poundage, you want to take the fat off. Guess what? Start lifting weights. You know, my brother-in-law right now said he was going on a diet. I hope he did it. I haven't talked to him in a minute. But he said he was going on a diet. And I should have said to him, no more soda. Stay away from sugar. Much easier said than done. Of course. Like anything. But at least you could just stay away from those things, eat kind of like what you were doing, and slowly progress yourself into a better, more simplistic diet. I mean, I eat the same shit all the time. And it's so funny because does it get boring? Yeah. But you know what? Things that are good for you get boring. Things that are going to better you are pretty boring. Like, I mean, does anybody find lifting weights exciting? I don't. I find it to be pretty fucking boring. Right? But I feel great when I'm done. But it's not exciting. No, it's pretty boring. But it's really good for you. The only thing I can say, you son of a bitch, I swear to God. The only thing I can say is that jiu-jitsu is exciting. And it's really good for you. So there are some things that are good for you that are exciting. Let's take a quick break so I can tell you about. All right, everybody, it's time for the beach. It's time for summer. It's time for sun. You can get brand new clothing at slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com today. Shirts like this long sleeve, hats like this with that crazy, beautiful embroidering. This stuff is amazing. And you have to go to slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com to get it. All right, so go there and check out their entire selection because they're not just known for their shirts. That's right. They've also got kids' tees and socks. Look at these socks. These are amazing, and they look great with dress pants. So if you got to wear dress pants for work and you want to add a little bit of color and have some fun with it, get some of these socks. They are so comfy and they look great. And it's also time for the beach. So get yourself some of these awesome, beautiful, comfy swim trunks for going swimming this year, for going to the beach, for doing whatever you want to do. Maybe you just want to play in the sprinkler in the yard with your kids. They're great for that too. They're great swim trunks. And don't forget, they have skateboards, they have pins, they have so much to offer. You can get coloring books for the kids. And just remember, before you check out, put in promo code TOPHER and get an extra 10% off your entire purchase. That's right, you get to save some extra money this year. And who doesn't want to save money when they're making purchases? So go to slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com, get shirts like this, like the other ones I was wearing, kids clothing, the skateboards, women's leggings, and go get your beach towels and swimwear. All right, use promo code TOPHER before you check out and let TWT save you some money today. I wanted to go through a few things right now. I got some comments on a short that I got, and I got a video that I think everybody needs to see. I really do, because, injuries happen all the time, and if we can prevent some injuries out there, I would love to. I watched this yesterday, and holy shit, it's crazy. But first, let's start with the comments. All right, so this was from my short, Learning How to Shotgun a Beer, which I have to say, 1.6 thousand views. Actually, it was 1,638, I believe. I mean, thank you all so much. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was amazing. So I got 2 comments off of this, and I wanted to read them both because this is why I ask everybody to do comments. This is why I'm like, put the comments out there. It helps the podcast so much. Isaac Herod wrote, I mean, off the top of my head, joints have quite the smell attached that not everyone would necessarily enjoy. And very few actually get drunk from a single beer. While if a whole joint is smoked, most would be quite high. If a whole joint is smoked, most would be quite high. Not sure what you're trying to say right there, but I think I'm getting the gist of it. There is nothing for the kids to participate with in the case of a joint. So it's not something everyone can laugh about and enjoy seeing. Look, I understand it's nothing that kids can joke about. They shouldn't be joking about shotgunning either, okay? That was my whole point. And if anybody watched the podcast, or if you yourself, Isaac, watched the podcast, you would know that me and my wife went up to the car. We went away from everybody, and we made sure we did stay away from the kids. But my problem is that we make drinking this fun thing. And for most, it is fun. It is something that you can do. And I now see that. But for some, not few, some, it's awful. And it ruined our lives. But pot's never ruined my life. You know, and it's like, okay, you could say that, but what about the person smoking a cigar? And then the other one smoking a cigarette? They didn't go up to their car. They didn't walk away from everybody. No, we smelt the cigar. We smelt the cigarette. So that's where my problem lies. It's not just because if I smoke a joint, it's like this bad thing. It's the simple fact that I don't see smoking a joint any different than smoking a cigarette or a cigar. But that's okay. And I see it better than teaching them how to shotgun a beer. Because how long is it, you know, until they get their hands on a beer, and then that's what they do with it. CrookzFPS. CrookzFPS. I don't know. Crooks, I hope I got it right. Thank you for writing in. Thank you for the comment. Keep on watching, and let's see what you got to say. I guess it comes down to how old the kids are and how mature they are. But I don't know if anyone wants little kids smelling like your joint, for one. 2, kids aren't breathing in vapor from your shotgun beer like they are from the smoke from your joint. I mean, it's not rocket science. What's so hard about going to the backyard and not smoking and smoking away from the impressionable kids? And it's okay, it was a Sprite, not a beer, and assuming your brother-in-law was old enough to consume alcohol, again, not rocket science, LOL, not being rude, by the way, just how I talk. It's fine. It's fine. But I did go away. I went to my car. And what do you mean it's a Sprite? This is crazy. Back to back, both of you. 1, I don't think listen to the podcast at all. And 2, hey, again, I just want it to be normalized. I want it to be something that is looked at like everything else. And I do not think kids should know how to shotgun a beer. I just don't. Paint me stupid, I guess. Paint me fucking stupid, right? That I don't think kids should be shotgunning a beer or a Sprite or anything else. And yes, my brother-in-law's my age. Yeah, he's old enough to drink. They're his kids. He can do whatever. It's fine. It was funny. I get it. But I thank both of you for commenting and writing in and everything else. I really do. So keep it up. Spread the word. Thank you so much. So much. I really, really, really do appreciate both of you. It's awesome to have these interactions, to see everybody get involved with the podcast, to see so many of you checking out the shorts and all the new subscribers to the channel. I'm just blown away. And last but not least, this full video, I'm going to play the whole thing. It is absolutely wild. And the only thing that I can say is that on the mats, you have to be mindful with your partner.
The rule for safety is this. The #1 cause of catastrophic injury in the sport of jiu-jitsu is uncontrolled falling body weight. That's so important, I'm going to say that again. 90% of the worst injuries in this sport come from falling body weight. In particular, uncontrolled falling body weight. It's not the heel hooks that hurt you. It's not the arm bars. It's people landing on you in ways where you get fucked up. That's what does you in.
So bad. So bad. So this guy jumps guard. I mean, just breaks his knee again in slow-mo. Just folds it in half. It's crazy.
What was that?
God. This one I still have a hard time seeing it, but I think I see the knee. I think I saw it that time. His leg folded on top. Wrench. Watch. She goes up, comes down, and watch that leg. Ugh. So many knees blown out. So many. This is brutal. This guy is way too big to be doing this. Oh, there it is. That's a broken ankle, everybody. Broken ankle. This guy tries to throw, doesn't throw, and look at that ankle. Just done. Done. Jump. Oh! I mean, that person just looks ill, right? And that person, like, look at that leg fold, and they just tip, but they look like a skeleton already, like way too thin. And, oh, watch that ankle snap. Oh my God, look at the guy's face that accidentally did it to him. Oh my God. And he goes to throw him. Boom, that knee. Oh God, the knee. Oh my God. Oh, I mean, just so painful. It's gotta be. And another fold. Oh my God, his knee went the wrong fucking way. Just went the wrong way, guys. Oh my God. And he just stays on him. Oh, I mean, ACL, MCL, it's all gone. Woo! Man, that gives me the creeps, everybody. It gives me the creeps. It freaks me out. I'm always extremely worried about those things. I'm always mindful of myself and my partner on the mat. It's one of the things that I practice more than anything. And of course, all of these links will be located in the description below the video. I thank you all for watching and subscribing and everything you do for the channel. Just keep it up. Thank you so much. You really do keep me coming back here week after week. So I appreciate all of you. Of course, if you're new to the podcast, remember to subscribe. Please be doing that. It's the one thing I'm asking everybody to do. It's the most important thing that you can do, whether you're stopping by or checking it out for the first time. I'm really hoping somebody sent you my leak tree. That's what I'm hoping on, because with this link tree right here, you can get everything TWT. It's just that easy. And don't forget, you want your opportunity to tell your story or maybe be a guest on Talking with Topher with me, you got to send an email to the official email of the podcast, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Again, type it out, audio, video, keep those under 60, and send them. Go ahead. I'm waiting for them. I'm looking forward to them all. Keep your comments coming. And remember, enjoy your Thursday. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I will talk to you later.